so Manuel Hartmann, founder and CEO of SalesPlaybook. I started the company 3.5 years ago now exactly. Built it from 0 to 200 plus customers, 7-figure annual revenue. SalesPlaybook is #1 sales journey partner for B2B SaaS startups in DACH. So what does that mean? We actually help you learn in minutes instead of days, avoid some trial and error in small group coachings, execute with top sales coaches in one-on-one working sessions. We needed to scale quickly with us at affordable investment with quick iterations. That was key for us. The role it really helped play here was helping to define what to build and also what not to build. Some things like you quite frankly encourage us not to build, like the ChargePay integration or like the offering marketplace, that it might be too early. And ChargePay we rolled back, right? And offering marketplace we start to use. And then also putting skin in the game and thinking like an owner, not just like an offshore software house, like just executing everything to the specs without thinking like an entrepreneur. That was really helpful. And I think really taking ownership of building value and not just features. And so like, okay, why do you build that? Like, let me think for 2-4 hours, like let's scope it and come back with a proposal. So for me, coming with like an Accenture background of like doing 3.5 years of tech consulting of software projects on a Salesforce platform, it was refreshing and just taking much less of my time, focus and energy, that we still get things done. So instead of writing like a 100-page functional design, I could express the ideas on a call. We put it to Jira, still professional software development, but then you, the team, also being more rigorous on challenging things sometimes in a positive way and say like, would you also be okay if you build it that way because it's going to be more robust, more scalable, more user-friendly? I think the core and like the unique selling proposition for us is really that as a founder, as a sales leader, as a sales rep, you can just work with like 30 plus of the best B2B sales coaches like in DACH and beyond. And the problem we encountered there from a technical perspective was it was just me doing introductions via email and then it was back and forth, but that doesn't scale as a company. This gets really messy and it's some email threads and somebody has Calendly and somebody HubSpot and so on. So with you together, we started building a filterable, like trackable one-on-one coaching that you can just go in and at zero search and orchestration costs, book these one-on-ones whenever you want, wherever you want. That's the one-on-one coaching part. The knowledge part was working fine. I mean, there's tons of like Thinkific, Learnable, Teachworlds, Kajabi, and so on out there offering that. But some things, for example, the mapping of coaches to knowledge and just like more freedom in the back end to like make free trials and so on, like was a bit trickier. And also like to directly embed like templates, for example. So we just felt like this is core to have like this asynchronous coaching delivery. So we built our own like knowledge base with you. And then customers started asking for is actually, hey, can we without like giving like you our HubSpot, our Salesforce reporting and so on, which is never accurate, which is always quite messy, quite frankly. How can we work on the same 3 to 5 metrics in our collaboration? So we started building that visualization. And then we built an offering marketplace, which was probably a bit overkill, quite frankly. Never used it that much, but we basically built it to e-commerce-like functionality, where as a customer you can go and book one day of sales training and the sales deck setup and lead sourcing from us, like just in a self-service model. Ballpark figure, like mid 5 figures, or especially like the first 6 months. So like pretty much for us, it was mid to 2021 to Christmas. That's where we built the main product. And then on the maintenance, it's a lower 4-digit amount, which we invest with you and the team to keep it running, to have incremental updates. So still less than 6 figures overall, I think, including the skin in the game component. I would just be really considerate if what you're building is validated and you need to scale it. And it's really about having all the AWS containers and everything ready, because you're scaling from, 100 to 10,000 users or data sets or whatever it is that you're building, or if you actually want to validate something new. Because software engineering at one point needs to be a core competence. For example, for us, it's not. It's an orchestration and distribution and branding and marketing and sales play. What SalesPlaybook is, even if you're a tech company in the beginning, you don't know if it's what you're building is really solving the business problem. So if you need to be really fast at affordable investment with a sparring partner that you don't need a full-time product manager to manage, then I would really recommend CVT. I would maybe not recommend it to people who desire to control the thing full-time. So if it's a bunch of like technical graduates that just want to build this really deep tech thing, sell it at one point for the technology, not for the market traction, they don't even want to do sales, or they just are like, let's build a product and then people will come. That's just not a cultural fit. And I would also not recommend it for something that's generic that anybody else could do, like design work, build a website, build generic features. You can also get that on Fiverr and Upwork, to be really honest.